it's for revenge or to fulfill their greater goal, anime has always used fights as a way for the characters to physically express their feelings. Although there are tons of fights in anime, we'll be going over the girls' best fights this time. So without further ado, let's kick it off. Number 10. Opening the list, we have Kiryuin versus Ryuuko from Kill La Kill. With this fight holding the fate of the other, this fight was filled with intensity from the start. By activating her ultimate form, Ryuuko is able to easily strike fear into her opponent, making her think twice before engaging her in battle. Despite Ryuuko being young and enthusiastic, it seems like Kiryuin is simply too powerful. She easily knocks Ryuuko off her feet, making the battle seem over from the start. However, she doesn't give up, eventually forcing it to be a standoff between the two. This fight not only has amazing animation, but it holds the character's ideals and pride. Number 9. Next up, we have the intense battle between Saber and Ryder in the Fate series. As if they knew instinctively what to do, they start their battle with little words, just action. With her stunning visual attacks, Saber takes the heart of the viewer with her strength. Ryder, however, doesn't falter, kicking and punching back at Saber with all her might. With the Fate series being known for its insane visuals, this fight takes one of the top spots for all of the Fate fights. Eventually, Saber gets tired of Ryder's advances, so she uses her ultimate move, Excalibur. But Ryder counters it with her own high-level technique. Although this might not have as much emotion as some of the other fights, the animation is top-notch, earning it a spot on the list. Number 8. Up next, we have Akame versus Esdeath from Akame ga Kill. With each side fighting for their own ideals in the same man, they both have a lot residing on this fight. With Esdeath wielding various ice magic attacks, it seems all hope is lost until Akame displays her sword skills. Esdeath recognizes her strength but doesn't back down, rather announcing her victory. After being unable to scratch her ice, Akame is brought to the ground by Esdeath. Despite being powerless, she doesn't give up, however, and decides rather to sacrifice herself for the greater good. With a single slash to the arm, she unleashes her inner strength, forcing the demon inside of her to come out. This gives her the strength to break through Esdeath's defense and strike her with her curse. Number 7. Entering the list, we have Morgiana versus Masrur from Magi. With the two both being from a Forsaken clan, this fight is one to remember their families. With the fight only being a friendly spar, there isn't much emotion behind this one, but the choreography is insane! I mean, look at this! Not to be biased, but out of all the anime I have seen, this has got to be some of the best close-range animation. Despite it looking simple, each one of their movements has a driven motive, making every strike deadly. This scene simply blows me away, making me want to watch the entirety of Magi over again. Number 6. With its vibrant art style and well-animated choreography, Vivy's Fluorite Eyes song takes the number 6 spot. I don't know if it was the well-animated dodges or how well the close combat is, but this fight is simply amazing. In addition to all these, we get a whole different reality to see the same fight unfold. How can it get better? With each swing of the sword carrying more weight than the previous one, Misstep and Vivy could easily lose her life. She resists the perpetrator, however, and stands her ground, eventually buying some time for her robot to come in and save her. This fight overall has great choreography and shows how much Vivy cares about her mission. Before we continue, prepare yourself because the next few fights on this list are like no other. And also don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Let's get back to the list. Number 5. For this fight, we have Clare versus Ophelia from the hit series Claymore. With the two meeting by coincidence, once they witness the other's strength, they both enjoy the fight. Despite thinking she has the upper hand in every aspect, Ophelia gets her right hand cut off as the first injury during the battle. Following this, she is forced to recognize Clare's strength as one of the few who can injure her.
やっぱりあなた、力もスピードも以前とは比べ物にならないくらい増したわね。何があったのかしら。
Eventually, after taking in multiple heavy blows, Clare is able to defeat Ophelia and put her out of her suffering. This fight was not only memorable in the series, but memorable throughout anime. Number 4.
一気に足へ、そして地面を弾く。早い。
Next up, we have Sakura versus Ino during the Chunin exams of Naruto, with this fight being a deciding factor of who gets to pass. Both girls take it very seriously. Ino wields her own types of hypnosis jutsu, while Sakura kind of uses whatever she can. Thanks to not prioritizing a specific jutsu, Sakura is able to take the initial advantage by summoning clones of herself. Eventually, Ino gets a chance to do her own mind-controlling jutsu, making the battle a piece of cake for her. Suddenly, however, Sakura resists the attack, but she is outsmarted by Ino, who traps her with her chakra. After taking control of her mind with this trap, she is able to make it seem over, but Sakura resists her attack, sparking the start of a great ninja. Number 3.
根比べならそれでもいいよ。体内の物質で物を作り出す八百万の方が先に値を上げるに決まってるからね。
Breaking into the top 3, we have Momo vs Kendo from My Hero Academia Season 5. With this fight continuing various attacks, there is lots of action to track. Kendo displays her powers to her full extent until Momo outsmarts her with a huge cannon. This forces Kendo to rethink the battle plan, but thanks to her knowledge in battle, she is able to continue fighting. Eventually, thanks to her quirk, she is able to defeat Momo, gaining her one step closer to her dream. Overall, this fight is quick, but it gets the job done, and quite well if I had to say so. Number 2. As the runner-up on this list, we have Maki versus Miwa in Jujutsu Kaisen. With this fight being between the two different schools' top students, a lot resides in the outcome. As the fight goes on, Maki begins to completely overpower Miwa, making it seem like Miwa didn't stand a chance. Following this beatdown, Miwa gets a chance to use the full extent of her powers for once, giving her the chance to fight back against Maki. Despite her efforts, however, Miwa is able to steal her weapon and force another student to attempt and restrain her. Despite their combined efforts, however, Maki emerges victorious, displaying how strong one can truly become through effort. Number 1. At the top spot on this list, we have Nezuko versus Susamaru in the original Demon Slayer series. With Tanjiro being pushed back from the incoming attacks, Nezuko takes it upon herself to provide support. With Susamaru's balls seemingly impossible to kick back, all hope seems lost. Despite this, however, Nezuko persists and eventually levels up, allowing her to display her true power, kicking back the invincible balls. With her balls never being knocked back before, Susamaru is unsure how to respond to this turn of events. Despite having wielded this forever and being a high-ranking demon, Nezuko displays her worth for the first time in the series upon defeating her. Overall, the fight takes the cake for the most well-animated and choreographed fight in the list. That wraps up the list. Let me know if I missed any anime you think should have been in this list down in the comments section so others don't miss out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more content like this video. Thanks for watching!